Hey, so I'm creating a playlist of the different types of advertisements and the different types of content that you want to show to different types of people. So it's really important that we understand when we're running advertisements that who we're talking to and where they are in our funnel, because how we market to people that have no idea who we are is going to be completely different from how we market to people that know who we are and ready to buy, right? So created a playlist. We talked about top of funnel. So if you haven't seen that, I suggest going to watch that one. But in this video, we're going to talk about middle of funnel and how do we market to people that are in the middle of our funnel, right? They somewhat know who we are. They've seen our content before, but they're not quite sold, right? So what type of content should we show them? So the different categories, and again, these are just suggestions. There's rules are meant to be broken. I'm just offering you suggestions from experience, from what I've used in the past, and what has worked really well for me. So, middle of funnel, services, training, tools, versus brand story and reviews. If you saw the top of funnel, you'll notice brand story and reviews was already in the top of funnel. I've already mentioned that you can really kind of use a brand story and reviews anywhere, right? We can talk all we want about our business, but when we have actual customers talking about their experience with us, that means the world. Same again with brand story, who we are, why do we do what we do? What do we offer? What makes us different? Why should they choose us over our competition, right? And then if they're sold on it, if the video did its job, how do they get in touch with us? Should they call us? Should they email us? Should they go to our website? Should they fill out a form? How do they get our services, right? So that's really kind of what we try to cover with a brand story. So let's talk a little bit more about the other ones, right? Services. Chiropractor. So let's just stay on the chiropractor. I'm using chiropractor as an example. I am not a chiropractor, but using chiropractors as an example, just to kind of give you an idea. So what type of content would fall under services, right? Well, what type of services does a chiropractor to have for, let's just say, lower back pain? And it's, really important to understand too, that when we are advertising, it should be very specific. We don't want to lump all our services into one type of content, right? We want to be very specific. Advertising and really getting really good and doing really well at advertising is talking to a very specific person about a very specific service at a very specific time, right? So talking to the right person at the right time, right? So services, chiropractic services for back pain. Well, what are the different types of things that a chiropractor can use? What types of services would they use for lower back pain, right? Training, how to properly stretch for lower back pain. This can also go into the top of funnel stuff, right? So we talked about this, how do we position ourselves as the authority? You'll see a lot of overlap in this stuff. But training, how to properly stretch for lower back pain, right? We remember, if we can give them value without asking for anything in return. So if we can give them value, if we can give them something that they can take home and they can utilize themselves and get results, they're going to respect us for it. We're going to position ourselves as the experts, as the authority in our field, because we gave them value that they then tried for themselves and it worked. So they're going to trust you for it. They're going to like you for it. They're going to know you. They're going to like you and trust you, right? So that's the holy grail for marketing, right? The like, know, and trust factor. We tend to buy things from brands, from companies that we like, know, and trust, right? So how do we get that? By offering value without asking for anything in return, right? Tools. What are the different tools that we use in chiropractor? Is a chiropractor do you only go to a chiropractor and they snap your neck? No, right? So there are different tools that a chiropractor can use for different ailments, right? So for lower back pain, what's this decompression machine that I hear about, right? Should I use that? Is it going to work for my lower back pain? And how, and we kind of covered this in the top of funnel. So if we wake up and our back hurts, should we just run right out and go to the chiropractor? No. What type of value can we offer them to stretch and to relieve their back pain? And then when it gets to the point, when should I go to a chiropractor? All right, we talked about that in the top of funnel video. So if you haven't seen that, go back and watch it or find it. It should be in this playlist somewhere. So, but what are the different tools? how can we highlight some of the tools that a chiropractor can use, right? And this can, and obviously we're using chiropractor here. This can be this goes for any industry, right? So you have to might have to use your brain and to think of different things. But how can my industry, how can I apply these, right? What type of services do I offer? What kind of training could I offer, right? What kind of tools do I use? Can I highlight some of the cool tools? Is there a tool that you made up that makes you different from all the other people, right? And then finally, versus, right? Chiropractic care versus surgery versus acupuncture versus massage, right? Why should I go to a chiropractor and not an acupuncturist? Or why should I go to a chiropractor and not a masseuse? Should I go to both? Should I go to a chiropractor and then go get a massage? Can they work in tandem? Can all three of those things work in tandem, right? What kind of valuable information can we provide, right? So, middle of funnel is there's very similar aspects to it, but we want to try to get a little bit more specific, right? So the top of funnel, people that have no idea who we are, we've been through that. The middle of funnel is these are people that are still on the fence, so the types of content can be very similar, but we want to kind of start to lead them down. Now we introduce some of the tools that we use. We highlight some of the what kind of training, what kind of more in-depth training can we offer? We're going to talk about the different types of services that we offer for back pain, right? So we're giving them some valuable steps that they can utilize and maybe take care of the pain themselves at the top of funnel. But then let's start to talk about ourselves a little bit more. Let's talk about our services and the tools that we use, and then some of the verses, like why chiropractor over some of the other things available on the market. Or can they be used in tandem? Is chiropractor, if I have lower back pain, should I be going to an acupuncture? Should I be getting a massage? Should I be going to a chiropractor? Should I be going to all three? Can all three of them work in tandem? What kind of value can I provide to position myself as the authority, as the expert in the field, right? Always remember that. So that's middle of the funnel. Middle of the funnel are people that have a general idea of who we are. They've seen some content from us. Middle of funnel is generally speaking, we're going to remarket, right? The one thing that makes social media special is our ability to remarket. So if we're at top of funnel content, we can pay attention to who's watching the content, how long they're watching the content, put them into a custom audience, and then market more, give them more content, give them more of the middle of the funnel stuff, right? So as we kind of walk them down until they're ready to buy, all right? So that's middle of the funnel. That's it for me. I'll see you in the next one.